England and no words to waste for us. Gary, let's get straight to it. If Gareth Southgate doesn't sort this out in an hour's time, his reign ends humiliatingly. What has he got to do in this half-time break?
He's tried minimum interference. I was sat on a bench 8 years ago in Nice where England played Iceland, and this has got Iceland vibes written all over it, and it's now or never for Gareth. He's got to interfere. He's got to rip up the scripts that he's had all tournament. We've watched this now for 3.5 games. We tried to be really positive pre-match, thinking that this would be the game today, that this England team would turn. He's now got a twist. I don't think it's a case of one substitute, two substitutes. I think he's got to get 3 on the pitch. I think we've got to see Palmer. I think we've got to see Trent. I think we've got to see Gordon. He's got to shift the whole narrative around this game, because that is not changing unless he does something really stark right now.
And to bring Alexander-Arnold on, what do you do? Do you switch Walker over? What would you do?
I would probably switch Walker over, and I'd switch the 2 wide players. I mean, that would be the first start, and then after 10 minutes, if it doesn't change, I'd make another 2 substitutions.
Gary, will that make a difference to the movement that's in front of anybody at the moment? Because I'm not seeing any movement.
Gordon will give you a runner, and we know Palmer's in better form at this moment in time than the players that are out on that pitch. Trent Alexander-Arnold, it's illegal that lad is not playing football in any game like this for England today. We cannot have Kyle Walker and Trippier left and right back when we're on the ball most of the time. That is the kid who's the best football player we've ever seen at right back or full back in this country. He's got to be on the pitch.
You can't keep waiting. I think the waiting's over now. Biggest team talk of Garrett's career, without a shadow of doubt. I agree. He's got to make changes. They've not had no shots on target. And I'm looking at the way I go, are they a team? Are they in this together? All these question marks are there now, and it doesn't look like it. Has to be changes. The only encouragement, I think, the set piece delivery has been decent, but that's about it. Has to make changes, has to get some more energy. They have to find a way back into the game. They look so flat. A bit like Italy yesterday. They look like they've run out of ideas. It's been a long season. It's caught up with them. They're not pulling together. They're not pulling each other together. They're not putting any demands on each other. We see Walker, Stones, really top players making sloppy mistakes. It's giving the opposition encouragement. Nowhere near good enough.
This is nothing to do with structure anymore, is it? Or systems, or whatever. It's to do with heart. It's to do with energy. It's to do with new faces.
How many more excuses can we make? How many more excuses? The structure, the teamship, the characters, players aren't fit. Shaw, we took Grealish, it's been going on for months and months. This is not a group to me that's in it together. They've got to find something, which can still happen. It's 1-0. There's a time to panic, and there's a time to get that balance right. Don't go gung-ho, because they can still pick you off.
But this is the thing.
1-0, still in
There's always been a lot of talk about bravery. And this is probably where the manager himself, he's the one who's going to have to be brave now. He's going to have to make the kind of decisions that just rips it all up, like you said there, Gal, because I can't believe what we just said.
All the top managers, all the really good managers out there, I always go back to it, are gamblers. They are gamblers. Sometimes on the pitch and off the pitch.
Yeah.
Got to gamble.
You play for managers who Alex Ferguson, who's a great gambler on the pitch, and the amount of times he changed the game by gambling on the pitch.
Look, keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results. And I have to say now it's got to change. This is the moment now. He's in that dressing room talking to those players. He's got to throw reputations out of the window, no matter what your name is on the back of the shirt. Get different players on the pitch that can bring a new spirit into that game, because we've heard a lot about spirit in the last 6 years, rightly so, of this group and how it's all changed. That was going back yesteryear. That was a group of players who weren't together out there.
And we mentioned it before. The game people say, what's Gareth got to do it? He's got to get a grip of players in the dressing room and say, what are you going to do about it? This is huge. These are huge moments. I spoke before the game about the quality is not good unless you've got a fight and desire to win a game of football. It's just been so poor.
I think that, you look at the Bellingham still trying, like he always does, trying to get on it, trying to do something. I think Cobby's done what you'd expect him to do in here, but like at the same time, Cobby's the only one that's come in. The 10 players have been on there, they've all been on there, and this is what we've got, so he has to change.
Harry Kane's role as well here. Listen, he might be taken off, but he is the captain at the moment. What's Harry Kane's role right now? Similar to Gareth going round the dressing room? Metaphorically getting
I'm not sure the way that he's played in that first half. He's somebody that could go in and really start pointing fingers at people saying,
Harry Kane's one of the greatest.
Do that.
Harry Kane's one of the greatest football players England have ever had, but now is his time as well. He's the captain of that team, so he's got to show. He's got to be there.
He's not showing it. He's not showing great leadership skills. He's got to go hold of people and put demands on him. He's not doing that.
No.
It's pretty problematic for England just at the moment. I think we're all a bit shocked what we've seen in the first half. Second half on the way.